The number of women in STEM careers has increased over the last 40 years, yet men still overwhelmingly outnumber women in scientific and engineering fields. Expanding the STEM workforce is crucial to increasing our economic creativity and competitiveness. The WW GEMS Night Out event provides a safe and empowering space for girls to explore science and engineering and meet other girls that share the same interests.
This is our Girls in Engineering, Math and Science Night Out, or GEMS for short. Really, we're trying to help all of the 3rd through 8th graders that are coming here tonight to get more of an interest in math, science, engineering, technology, and really be able to explore those areas while they're still really interested in that field, and hopefully inspire them to go into those fields.
GEMS is about encouraging and inspiring young ladies who have an interest in science, but maybe are not as excited to experience science, engineering, or math in a co-ed environment. And that gives them the safety to ask the questions and to raise their hands and give us answers.
Around puberty, women and other underrepresented groups, they get less involved in science. It becomes something that their peer groups don't find as cool. And a lot of stereotypes can kind of affect young minds, thinking that science isn't for them or they don't fit into science. But if you can get them really interested in science and get them loving science before they hit that kind of peer pressure stage, studies have shown that will keep them in science, keep them interested.
And so really the hope is to get more of a community and get more of the group together to build a bond and inspire them and make sure that their limitations aren't because they're women, but more to expand that and be able to see that this is something that they could do, that college is for them, and also that these fields could be where they go.
I really like math, and I also really like science, and it's like pretty much two of my favorite subjects at one camp. And like just showing up here and like seeing everything that's on the tables just made me want to like go touch everything and see what everything was.
What are you guys making?
Well, we are making a catapult that can catapult marshmallows.
Really?
The first idea was kind of more complex, and we kind of learned that the more complex ideas didn't work as well. So in the end, we only had like a minute left, so we had to construct something as quick as we could, and eventually we ended up getting 5 points. So it was pretty good.
The first time we tried it, we tried to launch the spoon, and it just went down there. So we tipped it over, and we pulled it back, and then it hit the target.
It fired better.
I think GEMS is a great program because what we do is we're showing these young girls that there are all these women in science that exist. There's a giant need for this kind of activity. There's so much interest for little kids to come here to visit and see that we have students that are doing science that look like them, that they can talk to, that they're not scared of. And also, GEMS is great because there's a lot of hands-on stuff. So we've seen that students, very little young students, really like hands-on activities, and that's what they remember. And that will counteract any kind of negative ideas that attach themselves to science as they get older.
What can I say? It's just a fun night, you know. Girls are talking and asking questions and doing the activities and interacting with each other. They really, I think, inspire each other to just keep learning and keep exploring, and it's very rewarding.
There's so many different facets of actually building something or tackling a problem, and you need a diverse population to do that. And I mean, women are slightly more than half the population, and if their voices aren't heard in sciences, it's a giant deficit in our education, and in the sciences, if we don't have all the voices heard, there's so much potential that we're not tapping.
We need to practice. Yeah.
opportunity for our state and for our nation.
SMOCS is sponsored by the Department of Ecology. That gives us the money to allow us to come out here and take these kind of trips. It was very inspiring to kind of see a contaminated site. There's a lot of contamination that's on the property. They are now in remediation and actually treating a lot of the hazardous waste on site. And so we got to do a bus tour and kind of go around and see how the process actually works and